Weather for Weather Geeks time. Hello once again, everyone. It is Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm, and I'm going to show my face here in just a second. Here I am. Let's do weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday evening. It's Friday Eve, and we got the Easter holiday weekend coming up. We've got some interesting things to talk about in the short term and the longer range, so let's hop right into it. Found this map today on a website that I had bookmarked but had kind of forgotten about. This is partly run by the USGS, the Geological Survey, the National Phenology Network, showing what they call the Spring Leaf Index Anomaly. In other words, the amount of leaves that are on the trees right now as compared to kind of a typical year. And no surprise, we're running ahead of average. It looks a little more to me like late April rather than the middle of April, given that flowers are blooming. Most trees have some buds on them now, if not full leaves on some trees. And lawnmowers are a-buzzing. It just kind of, to me, it seems like we're about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. And according to this map, that's generally right, probably somewhere between 10 and 20 days ahead of schedule on the foliage across the region this year. We can, of course, thank that warm winter that we had and a fast start to the spring season. All right, today, time-lapse video. We had a little sunshine this morning in Niles, but then the clouds did win the battle. Even a couple of sprinkles out there in some spots as we got into the midday and the afternoon hours. A couple of raindrops appear on the camera here if you look carefully. And then actually we ended the afternoon and got into the evening with a little bit of a brighter sky. Actually, I had to wear my sunglasses when I went out on my dinner break this evening. So kind of bookended days. Started pretty decent, ended pretty decent. In between, it looked kind of murky out there, and even a touch or two of rain. But the clouds did put a lid on temperatures today. The 2-degree guarantee did not work out for us today. We had a miss with our forecast being 61. The actual high today, 57. So 2 misses this week and 4 for the month. Our 2017 accuracy rate, 68%. Now that number will go up significantly. You know, we're getting out of one of the hardest times of the year to forecast, winter and early spring. Generally speaking, late spring into summer features forecasts that are, I don't want to say easy. No weather forecast is easy, but the challenges tend to be a little less numerous, at least temperature-wise, as we get into the warm season. All right, across the country today, 3 things to draw your attention to. One is this system in the west, one in the middle of the country, and one that's trying to move through the northeast. Ours is the weakest of the 3, that is for sure. And the clouds that hung tough today, I think, are going to get scoured out some tomorrow. As high pressure builds in and provides some drier air from the north and east tomorrow, I think it'll be a brighter day when compared to today. Nice day tomorrow, upper 60s for highs. All right, the weekend. Not much has changed with our thinking over the last couple of days for the weekend. We're talking about more clouds than sunshine Saturday. But I don't think Saturday's a rainy day. I think there can be a shower occasionally and even a thunderstorm risk. In the morning hours Saturday, most of this is probably from I-80 on north. Maybe not all of it, but most of it. Your best chance to get wet Saturday morning will probably be closer to the lake. As we get into the afternoon, this will be widely scattered stuff. This will be kind of random, hit or miss kind of stuff Saturday afternoon. And yes, there could be thunder with this, but not everyone's going to see it. So I kept the 40% rain chances I had in the forecast. We could go up to 60. You're kind of splitting hairs a little bit in this range. It's kind of a widely scattered kind of a day. Some of us are going to get a downpour or two, some of us won't. All right, on Sunday, if you're heading off to early Easter services, right at sunrise, I think we're largely dry. But rain chances will certainly ramp up as we go into the midday and into the afternoon on Sunday. So here's how I have things broken down, hour by hour for the weekend. Pretty even odds most of the day on Saturday. It's hard at this point still to differentiate much between the morning and the afternoon, but there certainly is a trend on Sunday to pay attention to, and that is a higher chance of getting wet as we go into the second half of the day and that cold front approaches from the west. All right, so what about the chance of severe weather? Now, I think there's a chance of thunder both days. I think there's a somewhat higher chance of stronger storms on Sunday with the approach of that cold front in the afternoon. Here's what I have so far. Everything's kind of on the low end. Don't think this is any sort of a major tornado risk at all. Not going to be much turning in the atmosphere. There will be some wind in the atmosphere, though, and so a damaging wind gust, an outside possibility, and some large hail, a small possibility as well. I want to talk about the wind briefly. We're looking upstairs here in the atmosphere up at 5,000 feet, looking at the wind speeds up there. Saturday afternoon, pretty decent little band of wind here across parts of the lower Great Lakes aloft. And any heavier shower or storm could try to pull that down on Saturday. Again, better chances to the north. Now on Sunday, a more widespread maxima of wind up at 850 millibars or 5,000 feet will be over the region, and this could aid into fueling some stronger storms Sunday afternoon. Something we'll be keeping a close eye on over the next couple of days. Then that stronger core of winds will push away Sunday evening. Pretty easy to see our cold front here on Sunday when you look at the water vapor, or the precipitable water, I should say, showing how much moisture there is in a column of the atmosphere going up several thousand feet. Here's going to be our cold front Sunday afternoon. It'll roll through late in the afternoon, early in the evening, and then Monday, much different. Nice day, sunshine, drier air, cooler air, but very, very nice as we start next week. So here's the Easter forecast again. It's going to be warm this weekend, middle 70s on Saturday, and probably just a few shy of that on Sunday. Best chance for those showers and storms will be in the afternoon. All right, longer range here's the 8 to 14 day outlook, and I think this will be kind of a transitional period for us. This period might start kind of warm at the end of next week, but then probably does transition into a cooler regime, so it'll all come out in the wash, kind of about average, but it'll probably start with the warmth and end with the cool. And what I mean by cool by late April standards. Keep in mind, around the 24th, 25th of April, our average high is getting up to 61, 62, 63 degrees. So we could have some days in the 50s for highs. That doesn't sound that cool, but it is cool in late April. So I do think there'll be a cool period, maybe right around the 24th, roughly, where we have a few days in a row of chilly temperatures. But here, hot off the presses, this is the latest month outlook, the next 30 days, off the European long-range modeling, showing temperature anomalies over the next month. Hanging on to cool anomalies in New England, but a large swath of the U.S. expected to come out above average over the next month. And I think that's generally the right idea. I think that cool period right around the 24th, 25th of April will probably be followed by a pretty good warm-up as we go towards the very end of the month and into the month of May as well. We'll have more on the longer range, of course, as we get more model information. We'll come out with a May forecast. It's hard to believe that we'll be talking about that in about 2 weeks. We'll be doing the May forecast, the final month of meteorological spring. We'll be gearing up for summer. All right, more updates on the Easter weekend forecast throughout this evening, throughout the weekend. I'll be checking in from time to time, and on tomorrow evening's edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks as always for watching, everyone, and have a great Thursday night.